What's up guys, it's your girl JANINA. Today I am going to be doing a story time. You know what's crazy is, I don't know. Yeah, nothing's crazy. Okay, cool. Anyways, I wanted to do a story time on the time that I had hives. Crazy hair. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyways, this was February 1st, 2017. I will never forget the date because honestly, it was terrible. And it was stressful and it was a crazy time of my life. I had just hit 1 million followers on Instagram. Literally, like, I remember it clear as day. I literally had a photo shoot, the ones where I did the balloons and the bubbles for when I hit 1 million followers on Instagram. And as soon as I came home, I woke up with a swollen lip. And I was like, this is interesting. Like, kind of looked like a little Angelina Jolie, Kylie Jenner lip challenge. You know, it wasn't that bad. It was just like, it was crazy because my lips were actually even. And it was just like, oh no, I just was a big lip girl for a day, you know? And so after that, I started to get the hives on my body. And like on my legs and on my arms. And like, they were just like small patches of hives. So automatically you think, let me just take some Benadryl, let me just take some Zyrtec, and they'll go down. Okay, I did that. The next day comes. The same thing happens. I get little dots on my body, the hives are on my body, and then I do it again. Finally, it was happening so consistently to the point where I was like, it's time to go see a doctor. So when I got to the doctor's office, they were like, okay, well, what have you been doing? What have you been taking? Da 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 da. You know the drill. They were like, in order for us to diagnose you with chronic hives, you have to have them for more than 6 weeks, otherwise it's acute. And I was like, huh? Like 6 weeks is a long time. A long time to be having bumps on my body. And they were like, we can't really prescribe you any medication until we know that it's chronic. So 6 weeks go by. And the same thing happens. I wake up and with hives, I take Benadryl. And hives are like really annoying because like your skin's inflamed. So it feels like your skin's on fire and then like you're scratching it, you look like a crack addict. And it's insane. So pretty much 6 weeks goes by and I go back to the doctors and I'm like, look, I still have hives. What do I do? And so then they put me on this first medication, which was Xolair. And no, before all of that, let's just say my place looked like a drugstore because they prescribed me different forms of pills that can help with hives, and none of those worked. And my cabinet, oh my gosh, I wonder if I have a picture of how my cabinet looked. I don't think I do, but honestly, it looked like a drugstore. I honestly was CVS at the time. And none of those pills that they gave me worked. So then they were like, okay, let's try a different form. Then I started Xolair. Xolair was pretty much a shot where you go to the doctor's office every, how many times? You go see the doctor twice every month and they inject you with the shot. That's what Xolair was. And Xolair, I don't know why I felt like it made it even worse, because as soon as I started to do that, my body just started to go even more crazy and I was just even more swollen and getting hives in even more places. And so they were like, oh, it's normal, like those are normal side effects, your body has to get used to the medication, da 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 da. And I'm like, there's no way for this amount of, like, it went on for 3 months or 4 months that I was taking Xolair, and I was like, it's not working. Like, why is it not working? Why? I'm tired of injections. What is this? Surgery? What am I in? Surgery? So after Xolair, that didn't help. Xolair did not help. And literally since that wasn't working, I would have to, whenever I would wake up with hives, I would go to urgent care. And urgent care knew me so well, because I was literally in there almost every day getting a steroid shot put in my butt every day to make the hives go down. And that shot worked for a while, but I think my body became immune to it. Therefore, whenever they would give me the shot, it wouldn't work anymore. But when I was taking those shots, the steroids, I gained weight. And I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a point in time where you guys were all like, damn, Nina getting thick. Look at Nina, she got thick. What's she eating? Oh, Nina must be eating good. And no, I had hives and I was on steroids. Oh, hello? You guys good? Yeah, so I was on steroids at that time because I was living at urgent care, getting shot up every day. And that's why I got thick. So it was kind of, what do they call it? Processed weight or synthetic weight, like not real. The weight on me wasn't real from me actually eating and things like that. It was because of all the injections. And so finally, January, New Year's, when I was in Hawaii, I don't know if you guys remember, I'm going to show you guys pictures. I still had hives. I had hives for a whole year, guys, a whole year. And no, I never really talked about it because I did go through depression and there were times where like it was hard, and I'm going to show you clips of pretty much how I looked. But it was a lot on me, but I still continued to work because at the time, like, you guys were there and I couldn't let you guys down. So I would just figure out ways to post content whenever my face was down, or I would put on clothes. If my face was fine, I would put on long sleeve clothes to hide my hives. And there were even some moments where I shot videos and you can kind of see my eye was a little swollen. And even in the cot series, not the whole cot series, but majority of the cot series, I had hives. And there would be days where I'm like, look, we can't shoot because I'm literally so swollen, I can't shoot. So there were a lot of, it's crazy because there were so many opportunities that were heading my way. Literally Honey, Step Up 2, Aladdin, yes, Aladdin. They all wanted me to come in, but I couldn't because I had hives. Crazy because I'm just like, if I didn't have these hives, I would have probably had the opportunity. But it's okay because God's got me and I know that there's so much more in store for me. So yeah, a lot of things were going on during that period. A whole year, guys, a whole year. Do you know how long a year is? Like, well, I feel like time's actually flying by. We're almost in 2020. That's crazy. We're almost in 2020. Yikes. Yeah, so I had hives for a whole year, and finally, like I was saying, New Year's came around. We got back to LA and we were like, we have to do something about this. And I was like, at this point, what can we do? I saw at least 12 different doctors. I took every blood test you could possibly take. I took stool tests. I took the food and allergy test. Every test you could possibly do, every medication you could possibly take, I did it. And I was like, I finally just gave up. I'm like, look, this is my life. Like, I'm just gonna have to figure it out. And then we were like, no, let's not do that. Let's go see another doctor. So we looked it up. I even drove to San Diego to see a doctor. Like, he was supposed to be like one of the best doctors, and he told me the same thing. 3 hours there, 3 hours back, just to hear the same thing. Do you know how exhausting that is? Anyways, finally we were like, we're not gonna stop. We're gonna go see one more doctor. And we went to go see this doctor in Beverly Hills. If you guys are in LA and have the same situation, you guys should go see him. His name's Dr. Meth. Dr. Mark Meth. Interesting, meth. I'm just kidding. And he was like, well, if this didn't work and this didn't work, why didn't they try this route? And I was like, I don't know. At this point, when he saw me, my face was swollen, like swollen. I'm gonna show you guys a picture. And he's like, we're gonna try to put you on this medication. Granted, like, they have to monitor your kidneys and everything else when you're on the medication. You have to do blood work and everything. But at that point, I was just like, anything, just give me anything, because I'm so depressed and going through it. My skin hurts, like, it was a lot. And so I was like, just give me, I'll try it. I don't care. Please, please, anything will work. And so he put me on this medication called cyclosporin. We started out at 200 milligrams. And that was a very high dosage. Basically, I would break it down, 100 in the morning, 100 at night. It's 2 capsules. And I took that for about, I'd say, 6 to 8 months. And then he wanted to wean me off of it, because literally, after I took that medication for a week, my hives were gone. And I was scared, because I'm like, what if it comes back? Like, I'm not getting off this medication. And so I took it for 6 to 8 months. And the doctors and everyone was like, okay, you can get off of it. And I'm like, no, like, I'm literally scared and traumatized from my hives that I don't want to get off this medication if it's keeping it away. And like, every now and then I would feel like the tingles. You kind of feel like when you have a hive coming or something. And I was like, no, like, I'm not ready to get off of it. And they're like, well, let's wean you down. So I went from 200 to 100 to 50 milligrams to 25 milligrams. And then finally I was like, I'm gonna get off of it. Literally, I was so scared. So scared, because I did not know how my body was gonna respond not having the medication. And I did not want hives again. And I would not wish hives upon my worst enemy, because that was so stressful and such a crazy moment in my life. But I'm so happy I'm healed. I thank God every day that I am clean. Like, it sounds weird. I'm not a drug addict anymore. I'm clean. It's crazy. Ah! So yeah, that was pretty much my journey with the hives. And I just wanted to tell you guys, because if anyone has similar cases and you're not sure what to do, those are a few things I did. I even tried the celery juice. I went vegan. I did a lot of things to try to see what was causing my hives and what was triggering it. I even threw out clothes. I got new dish detergent, not dish detergent, laundry detergent, and I threw out mattresses because I thought it was something in it. Like, literally, I did everything to try to figure out what was causing my hives. I didn't know if it was because I moved to a new place and there was something in there. I even got a new apartment and it was still the same thing. So at that point, I just didn't know what to do. But cyclosporin saved my life. And so I just wanted to let you guys know. If you have any friends or family members that have the same situation, try it out, you know. And I hope this vlog helps you if you're in this situation or anything, or know someone in the situation. But that's my little story time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications if you want to go on vacation. But I love you guys so much, and yeah, get ready for more videos. More video.